Are playing, I thought, oh, I can show you guys this. They play, it's quite funny if they play. Here comes Diego back. He just ran off. Here goes Enzo. You guys playing, Enzo? Hey, Dainty, quiet. I was just quickly writing Steve's name on and Denise's name on. I haven't written all of it on yet, but at least now I get a chance where there's no sun on this wall. Oh, because the sun gets us here in South Africa. Guys, you can't spend 10 minutes in the sun. Then you've burnt yourself to a crisp. But we've got beautiful weather. Today we were just sitting here again thinking, wow. And the beautiful weather is now going to stay up till about May. We're going to have just the best weather up to May. June and July is winter months for us. June, July and August is okay. The wind starts blowing, but the tree gets its leaves back. And then it's beautiful weather again. And I have to say, sometimes the winter months are even more beautiful than the summer months. So yeah, if you ever wonder, why do we live in South Africa? Guys, the weather is just phenomenal. I think it's the only place on the planet that has got this kind of weather. And I can see that's why my ancestors came to live here. And they never left. They never went back. Look at those two looking for trouble. And Benny as well. You two take it easy, eh? Michael, how did you get Enzo back inside? You know? Okay, if we can just get Benny to relax. Well, about 8 o'clock the morning, 9 o'clock the morning, I came out here and he just got through that gap over there. He just got back out. And I told him, come on Enzo, I'm tired. I wanna get you back to the other side. And he decided, okay, he's gonna walk with me. And I moved with him to the other side. Enzo, Diego, stop this. What's going on with you? But then he started to walk with me and I thanked him and then he was a good boy. But guys, you should have seen him. Then I actually went and I put some rivets in that door. I'll show you the rivets. There he goes. I just want to play now. It's one thing that you can see is when a tiger is happy, you will see he is happy. Denise, are you here? Because look at this cat. This cat looks just like the one you showed me. Look at that face. She's also got that split in the face. But in any case, yeah, you boys are naughty, eh? Okay, so I've tried everything over here. So they bit holes in here, a lot of holes. And I put that piece of plate on here and I just used two G-clamps quickly to just secure it. And I put some wire there just to keep it closed. So they gave up on it. I did put some remedy for mosquitoes on. It's like a big chapstick of that repels all kinds of insects and stuff. But here you can see what I did. I pop riveted the door to this frame. The frame is quite strong and then I pop riveted it everywhere. So on this side he broke one pop rivet out. That one's still in and then they keep on, they stayed in, but he was messing around here again. But the plate is cutting his mouth and it doesn't taste good because I put stuff on it that doesn't taste good. But this is the best I could do and it's holding up for now and he is perfectly fine. I need to go buy a whole roll of this wire mesh, guys. I need to buy a 30-meter roll to put up here. And I haven't done it yet because I was thinking, what if I put the wire mesh on this wall like this, but I run it over here and I just turn it over this plant and I bring it in this way up to that wall there. Then I can actually extend the tiger's area, because remember, I don't need to park my truck there outside anymore. And I used to have 2 cars standing in the sun, but now since last year I now have a garage again where I can put my cars, because I never had, I didn't have that. So I don't really need this. So I'm working out where would I like to do that from this wall, but I'm gonna have to buy a 30-meter roll. So if I do that, I could just as well just bolt it down here and just curve it around here and just curve it around this plant, just on that tree, straight out to that corner over there. So the tigers would have this extra part. I open up that door. I don't need that door then. And they will have an extra piece. I will just have to take that barbecue off there, because they could stand on this granite table and get over. So I will just have to disassemble this, and then I can do that. And I think Enzo would love that, because then they could have this view as well. You know, they can look through the gate, but there is the fence will be here, and I've got a tree right on the corner, so cars won't bust through this wall. I think it's quite safe to do that. And I will have a little bit less parking space here, but I don't really need that much parking space. I mean, I can park a few cars here. I park my cars in the garage, so I've got some space here. That would just give them a really interesting piece of view. It's not about the square meters, it's about they've got another place. Because guys, I really think it's time that they do get just a little extra space. It's not about the space, it's about the change. Enzo, you would love that, won't you? I know you will. So I really want to give them that. If I can do that, I'll be very happy. So we'll see. Hey Enzo, would you like that? That stuff has gotten so expensive here in South Africa. The money has just got no buying power anymore. So companies are really struggling. So they've got these things about not selling little pieces anymore. You have to now buy more than enough. And that's how it is. But we'll see. I think that is the quickest way. It'll take me a day to give them that space. And it will probably take half of that roll of wire. So it will be well worth it. I think so. Yeah, these boys, I want to just give them something extra. I haven't given them anything extra in quite some time. And they would really appreciate it. Now, why is my comments not going? My comments are not showing. Hey, are you guys ready to eat, Diego? So it will be maybe 2 or 3 of these poles, a frame, wire, and they could have that. A whole new view. Yeah. I just want to see why is my... Nah, something wrong. I'm not getting my comments here. Let me see. You guys ready to eat? And we're gonna give you some cream, eh? Are you ready for it, Enzo? Let me go get you your food first. There goes Diego. He is so happy today. And he's way on the other side already. When they play, it is really nice to see them play. Well, let me just get their food. Jane came in today, she cleaned the house, perfectly clean. It's amazing when she comes in and I can actually say the house stays clean for the week. And it's great. Okay, let's just carry this stuff. I'm gonna have to just do this. Sorry guys, now you have to look at me while I'm carrying this stuff out. So let's go feed them boys. Oh, do I get some? Okay, now I've got messages coming through again. Thank you. Yeah, I had another worker here. Well, he cleaned outside for me. And I think it's okay if I can have him for 1 day a week, you know. Then at least most can be done and loaded on my truck, so I can just go drop it off. It makes a big difference. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Enzo, you ready for this one? You're gonna catch it. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes. Beautifully done, Enzo. Diego, this is a nice one. Wow, look at this one. Wow. Bang. Wow, Diego, that was amazing. You did a great job, Diego. That was a great catch. Eat it, Diego, eat it. Oh, Benny, come on. You were great, Diego, great. I tell you, great. Why is Diego growling? I never understood why. That's just him showing us what a tiger should be like. He likes to, you know, I can even see him change when I say, show us the angry tiger, Diego. Then he goes and he shows me the angry tiger. And guys, when the live is over and he was so angry, I can just, when I put the phone down, I say, Diego, that was great. And we walk away, then he's so friendly as can be. He is actually acting. And he does it great. He's amazing. Enzo doesn't care to do anything. He just eats his food and be happy. Yeah, Diego likes it when I let him growl like that. I've noticed that, guys. It's years now, and I can see how he changes and how he changes back when we're done with the live and the camera is out of his face. Then I can see he is calm and happy. So Aiden's just a chill boy. Yeah. Hi, keeps digging. How you guys doing? Yeah, at first I didn't know why he got so angry, but then I realized he's doing it because he can. That's how they do it. Oh, it went over your head, Enzo. Yeah, Diego, don't worry. I've been throwing chickens for a long time. I can throw it up to there, even from here. I've done this many, many times. Look at this little dog. Happy as can be. Look at that long tongue. And the little kitten, Dwerg, is feeling great. And this one as well. Eat your food, Enzo. Look at Diego. He is not taking any chances with that. He's going to eat it while he gets it. If Enzo growls, it's for real anger. Yeah, absolutely. Don't mess with him if he's a dark or yeah. You know what? I had to take him on just now the other day when he was trying to get through that gate, through that door, and I was on the other side and I was preventing him from coming through. And guys, he got so angry, and I had a shovel in my hand, and I had to show him with that shovel that, hey, I'm serious. And he was really, really angry. And I had to look him straight in his eyes and show him that I'm willing to stand up against him. And he keeps on putting his head through. And I can't let him do that. And I had to look him in the eyes. There's no blinking. And I had to show him that I mean business. Eventually, he pulled back. He laid there. He didn't look at my eyes. He didn't want to laugh at all. But I was staring at him straight out. And he turned and he lied on his back. And he gave up. And he said, okay, now, okay, you look a little bit more intimidating. I'm going to back off. But the growls that I heard there, I've never heard growls like that before. Because it was never necessary for Enzo to have that. There you go, Diego. Could have gone the other way. Glad he didn't. Yeah, no, look guys, you are taking a chance if you have one of these at your house. I think they keep me safer in the long run. It's safer for me to have them than more dangerous. But in a short few minutes, you can easily make the wrong choice. And that would be exactly that, the wrong choice. And you shouldn't make it the wrong choice. You need to make the right choice every single time. There's no room for a fault. No room at all. Because, I've seen with the monkeys, people make mistakes with the monkeys and then they bleed. And some might have a really ugly hole in their finger or in their nail or whatever. But you don't want to make that same mistake with the tiger, because there you're not going to probably walk away. That's the problem with them. They've got the same kind of teeth, just many times bigger. They've got real biting power, and you don't want to experience a real tiger bite. So we're keeping it like that. We're trying to keep it like that. Nobody needs to know what it really feels like. Michael needed the fire extinguisher at that point. Yeah, the fire extinguisher can make them angry, and it is a good idea. I don't think they fear the fire extinguisher anymore. I think the best way to fix that was the way I did, to put that. No, it's finished now, my boy. You ate them all. How do you feel? How do you feel? So you guys can see from this side, this is going to focus on the wiring, but you can see all the rivets that I shot in there is keeping it absolutely closed. So they have to go through it now to get out. Before they went and they pulled it aside, and that's how the tigers got out. But so far, it's been a week. I don't have that problem anymore. They stopped messing with it. Because I'll tell you one thing, it's not nice when you are sleeping and you hear them by that door. And you have to get up at night to go and see what he's busy with. And yeah. Yeah, no, it's a bit scary. You know, when I first got a tiger, I had a lot of thinking to do. And the first thing I thought of was, what if he gets out? What are you going to do? And my first reaction to that was, if he's outside of my compound or outside the whole place, he needs to know where to get back in. That's the most important part. He needs to know where's the gates. So I showed Enzo that. I didn't really show Diego that. And then the second thing was, whenever they go through or over it or whatever, they should still be in another camp. So that's what happened. When he was through there, and then he was in here, well, he was now at this gate. You know, I was touching him here. If you see on that photo, it's taken over here with Enzo's face there. So he was just in this camp, and you can see there, that is built years ago already. I built that and the wall over there and the gate, and then the walls on the other side. So it is also a camp. Just what really surprised me was when I looked in here and I saw 10 cats sitting there with Enzo. I could not believe that, guys. That was unreal to me. And when I shined the light on Enzo, the cats ran away every time. But then they would come back. And he allowed them, and he slept there that night. So it was funny to see how he can adjust himself. Rub with jalapeno. It will keep them away from it. Yeah, because then I went driving out. He's got such beautiful manners. I went driving out to find something to spray on there, so it tastes terrible. So I could not think of something, and I couldn't find something. And I thought I should maybe take like that ivermectin. I could spray some of that on there. I do have ivermectin. I didn't use that. I used just it's a insect repellent. That's what I used. That normally tastes absolutely horrible. So yeah, I guess that was the best thing to do. And I drove out, and guys, you drive out to go find something like that. You don't find it for 2 hours. You don't know where to go, where, and places start closing down. And yeah, so I had to just stick with what I had. But I'm happy with my choice because it works. And then we will take it further. We'll see what happens. But I must buy a roll of this wire, and I don't buy these. You see, even on the production side, they're too lazy to make proper wiring, and then they make it by mistake, and then it's all they have, and then yeah, well, you just have to be happy with it. So I would like to get the proper stuff like I've used here, and I just want to do it right, because then it lasts again for 15 years. It's worth it. But these boys are good boys. They listen to me. When I ask them to walk through, they do. And it seems like the bars are still the best. But the thing is, they can get you through the bars. And especially children. If children walk past it, they don't pay attention, then that might just happen. And I don't want that to happen, because children are always running and playing around, and I don't want to take that risk. Now let me show you these guys that I've got in here now. They are so cute. They were born just the other day, and I've got them in here now. Hey, what are you guys up to? Huh, mommy? Look at those little ones. She hangs out with them. I caught them all, brought them in here. There's my little dove. There he is. That was the one whose head was turned around and he looked backwards. So he's now perfectly fine. I want to set him free soon. I just want him to be really strong, and he needs to know where to eat. But those little ducklings are beautiful. They only have this little swimming pan at the moment, but that's okay. Yeah, this was Arnie's little cage. Luckily, you can still use it. You know, you don't need to only use it for monkeys. You can use it for anything that you want to keep safe. I just put this in here so it won't just go open. So yeah, I have raised quite a few little animals in this cage already, and it's great. It is heartbreaking to see this kind of stuff, you know, that was all built just for monkeys, and they enjoyed it tremendously, and now it's just hanging here, starting to rust away. We'll see what happens. This place is too big for me now. There's no reason for me to have this house anymore. There's no reason. It's just the dogs are living here. I don't know. If I didn't have all these animals, I would have taken that thing from Mr. Trump and I would have been out of here. But I can't leave my animals. I've got too many. And even if I had one, it's still too many. But look at them all coming out to say hi. Inky, I could never leave Inky. Hey Inky, come here. Come show the people how tame you are. Look at this. No, don't, not with the wings, not with the wings. Come on. Guys, he's so strong with his wings. Come on, sit here with me, sit here with me. Sit here with me. There you are, there you go. There you go, there you go. Inky, look at that, there we are. He's looking at himself there. Yeah, he's my favorite duck. The little peacocks, here they are. I'm now paying a lot of attention to what will happen to their feathers. Which will be males, which will be females. The size of them, because I've got two little ones and two bigger ones. And the bigger ones are definitely growing even bigger than the difference between them. So we'll see what they become. Because if you pay attention to things like that, you could spot a male or a female even though other people can't. So I study that now. I like to study things like that. I must seal this pond off still leaking. Yeah, got lots of things to do. The trees are so beautiful now. Look at these trees, how big they gotten. We've cleaned up to the fence there, so we won't have any fire over here. I mean, look at this. We put a lot of work in here. We cleaned all of this out. So when the fire comes, that's going to be really hot over there. This is the kind of fence that I need a piece of. This is new still. Denise Maddox, thank you Denise. I almost missed the live. I fell asleep. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. Thank you very much Denise. Yeah, we're having a good weekend. Thank you very much Denise. Yeah, over here, this is where some of the dogs are buried. I don't know. I've lost track of which ones are where and how it works. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to. I'll just have to go through photos and stuff, because I always take photos when that happened. We buried something. But yeah, if you're all alone, the only one here, then you have to remember everything. And if you don't, there's no one who says, hey, no, I remember you put this there, or you buried Sachis over there. It doesn't happen. But it's okay. I did make a lot of videos. I'm sure you will always know where they all are. If you want to go and search for stuff, we can just do that. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, are you ready for your cream, Diego? Oh. Are you ready for your cream, Enzo? We're going to do that in a second. The duck with a leg. Hey, you guys. We just go and see how far the big tamale has charged my battery. I had my car on charge. I had to switch it off a little earlier, just before the sun goes out. But my car is also 3/4 of the way charged. And that's good. Yeah, well, we need a little bit more. Not really charging that much now. I've got 4 stripes on the machine. That's okay. It's not too bad. Didn't get it full, but the car is almost fully charged. Hey, Katas, are you lying right here in the dark? I didn't even see you. Diego? Let's go upstairs. There's still a lot of sun actually. I'll just see, maybe the sun is right in front of something. Yeah, there is still. Oh, it's some trees. So that's a bit of an issue. If those trees weren't there, I would have had full sun on the big tamale. So I need to keep that in mind. That's where we just been. Now look at this, guys. This is what it looks like in the field. Look how tall all these weeds and stuff is. So imagine when that stuff burns down. Even those brown ones are like almost, well, 1.52 meters high. So when it happens, it happens. Then you cannot have that over here. Hey, crazy mother of all cats, 29 months. Give my love to Diego and Enzo, plus all the other fur babies. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I will do that. Yeah, so we need no vegetation next to the houses. It's the only way you're going to do it. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a big trouble. Big tamale. See, here I get the sun, but that's just between those trees, and it's not shining there. So that's a bit of a problem, but it's okay. Got enough. I think we must go and give those boys some cream. Hey Enzo, what do you think? You guys ready? He just fell down right over there. And Diego, you guys want to take a little rest first? Look at his stomach, he is huge. Hey, did you fix the enclosure for the tigers, Michael? Yeah, I did the best I could for now. I will be making some different modifications soon. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You have to do it. You can't leave it. You need to do it. If you're not going to do it, you're going to be really sorry very early. Yeah. Okay. Let's give them a second still to just get their chicken down. And then we'll go give them that cream. They're going to love it. What did you do with the dog plastic bubble? Oh, I put that way on the other side of the other house. So I have to take it over the roof to the dogs, to the big dogs. So I will take it over. It's big, it's uncomfortable, it's difficult to carry. So I need to have maybe 2 people here to help me, so we can just put it over the roof of the house. But I just don't want the tigers to be able to see it. That's it. Because they've shown me that if they really want to go after something, they can get it. They can just keep on trying and keep on trying until they get it done. You see, guys, 15 years is not enough to learn the psychological part of a tiger. Even if you spend 15 years with them every day, you're not going to understand them yet. There are things that takes 100 years to understand. So we're way behind on a lot of things. We better start learning. Yes, that's why they broke open as... Where is that message now? Oh, I lost it now. I don't support any sin. Keeps doing. The boys were born ready for cream. Yeah. Yes, that's why they broke open as they wanted that thing. Yeah, they wanted it. And he got it. And he bit his holes in it. I still have to go repair that. And he dented it. I undented it at least. They're both sleepy. Yeah, they're going to be up and about in a second when I walk out there with their cream. Things going with the gate. They broke open. Did you get the net for it? No, I haven't bought a roll of this wire fence again. I haven't done that yet. I riveted the door shut and they bit a hole in it, and I just put a piece of plate over it with 2 G-clamps to clamp it down on it so the hole stays closed. But they've now stopped tampering with it, at least. That's already a great thing from their side. Could chlorine have worked to get Enzo back into his enclosure? I tried the chlorine, it didn't work. He didn't care. Yeah, he didn't even care. Maybe get some new toys in there. Yeah, anything that is new is basically, Diego is intrigued by anything new. So that is still the best tiger toy. They still play with it. The bike on the other side as well. I think a tiger toy should be a green color. I've seen them react to green much different to any other color that I've ever seen. When they see me with a green t-shirt on, for instance, they change completely. They just see that t-shirt and they notice it. I don't know what their fascination with green is, but I have seen that they do act different when green is involved. Yeah, I don't let them get hungry. I feed them every day. They are well fed. Look at that stomach. They eat very well. They eat good food. They're happy with the amount of food they get. I don't want them too heavy, but I don't want them thin at all. They need to be heavy enough not to want to climb trees and stuff. Not that I think they can, even if they're thin, but they also need to not be hungry at all. They should, it's easy for us to control their eating pattern. I'll feed them once a day, and that's it. Maybe in the morning a chicken or 2 that is left over, but for humans, we are left to our own devices. We just eat whatever we find in the fridge. So I control their diet, and that's nice. I guess if it wouldn't be nice if someone controlled our diet, but if they control our diet in such a way that we only get the right amount of food in, and it adds or it makes your life double, would you take it? I think you would. There Diego saw it. Are you guys looking forward to some of this stuff, Diego? Enzo? Come on, let's get you guys some of this. There you go, Enzo. Let's take our time today. There you go, Diego. Lovely, eh? They love this stuff. I want to get the cat to have some. Leave the cat alone. Come on, leave the cat, let him taste it. Wait, I want to taste this stuff. It's empty. It's not so sweet. This type is not so sweet. It's finished, Diego. Get angry. It's finished, Diego. It's finished, boy. He's licking my finger. It's done. Oh, well, you had a lot. Look at the little kitten. Danger, stop biting the tigers, man. They just want to check you guys out. Now they're going to be lazy. This little kitten. Always right by the tigers. Did you enjoy that, Diego? Okay, it's a pleasure, boy. He's so happy now. He's had a great day today. Nice weather, swimming. Look how beautiful, smooth he is, in perfect condition. Wow, you can hit hard with that tail, eh? Yeah. It's nice when they're happy. You can actually feel it in the air. Near here, is that outdoor grass for wild tigers? Yeah, this is synthetic lawn, so it's not real grass, but it's perfect. It's carpet. Let's just call it carpeting that looks like lawn for anywhere. So the thing is, we don't really get lawn to grow nicely in this area. Winter comes along, it gets cold, we get frost on it, it dies. The tigers would just walk it out straight out. You won't get lawn for the tigers ever to last. So this was the best thing to go for. It was expensive, but I was able to start a business that sold the stuff. So I got it at very reasonable prices, directly manufactured, and I could do this. And I'll tell you guys one thing, I could not have done this without this grass. I remember standing here one day with my hands in the air, upset about all the trees that I've planted, the grass that I planted, and nothing was growing. There was a constant wind through this field. The walls were not up yet. This was a part of the field outside. I bought this part extra. I had to do a rezoning, a park closure, and a consolidation to add this piece onto my house. So my house has got a huge yard now. And I bought it as far as I could where the road started, so there's still a sidewalk. And you won't believe how little I paid for it back then. Guys, it was 10 rand a square meter. Now that is like, let's say, it's not a dollar, it's half a dollar. It's 50 American cents. It was 50 American cents per square meter. I think it was 700 and almost 800 square meters. It worked out with the VAT. I think it worked out to 8,800 rand. That was like really, really nothing. But they didn't want to sell it to me. That was when the country was taken over. And they wanted to stop anyone like me from owning anything or developing anything or have any chance at anything. You know, my generation had to pay the price for what they thought the previous generation did to them. So it took 12 years for the paperwork to get the place I bought to be, how can I put it, to be placed, to be rezoned as and consolidated, so it's 1 yard. 12 years, and I wasn't allowed to build anything. I had to wait for 12 years. But I did it. 12 years also went by, and then I got the tigers. And I already built the high walls after waiting the 12 years. And then their lawyers told them, because then they didn't want to do it anymore. They wanted to take it away from me. And their lawyers told them, sorry, this man has already paid. He's paid you 12 years ago already. And you have been just delaying him and delaying him. That's the government we have. And so I just decided one day, I'm building now. You can come and do whatever you want. I'm building it now. Yeah. I can see what happens in a country when somebody begins with ridiculous demands. You lose respect for them, and you do the thing you were gonna apply for just without even telling anyone. That is what happens when people put ridiculous legislation into things, and they think that this is now a joke. I'm not working according to your rules anymore. I'm going to work according to my rules. And if enough people decide that, there's nothing they can do. So yeah, guys, we've lived through this. My generation was the longest generation to take the heat. And there's very few people of my age who was able to buy a house, to have stuff. I was just working like around the clock all the time, every day. There was no giving up. And I pushed through with it. But I look at some who are a little younger than me. They've had no chance of buying a house. No chance. Michael, if I jumped from your ceiling into pool in tiger enclosure, would Enzo and Diego attack? They're gonna keep you in that pool. You're gonna learn to swim underwater. Then you're gonna learn how to jump from the roof of that little thing. Yeah, he's gonna take you on a tour through this whole place, and you will not be very happy, Mark. But luckily, I'll be there. I'll help you, Mark. So if you feel you need to jump, do it. I'll help you. I'll help you by showing you the video afterwards. We'll make some hits. We'll make some record views for my YouTube channel. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, no, don't ever go in by a tiger. Never push your luck with them. They are capable of extreme things. He's looking for trouble now. Look at this. This is normally a roaring situation. You had Aussie the tiger before this, and they all have great vet care. Yeah, but Aussie had a very nasty case of stupidity that happened to him. The people that got him, guys, I saw the litter he came from. I found them, and I saw what Aussie's brothers and sisters looked like, and Aussie was the cutest one. And of course, a greedy person will choose the most beautiful one. They took Aussie and they fed him dog food. Now guys, tigers need calcium. Tigers need protein. There comes a day when they start putting on 1 kilogram a day. The skeleton needs to be formed. And these people were feeding this tiger the worst foods you can think of. There was nothing that he needed. They need to give him his bottle with the right amount of milk and egg, and everything must be in there. And they didn't. And then he had very weak bones. And they broke. I don't know if they ran over him with a car, but they were some real hillbillies. You know, if I have to find a word to prescribe them in something like an American term, I would say they were like hillbillies. And they were stupid hillbillies, let's just say that. And they did him a very bad thing to him. They withheld him from the nutrition he needed. And they wouldn't talk to people to find out, because these people think they are extremely smart. So that's why the general public shouldn't get to experiment by having a tiger or such an animal, because they're not willing to read up and find out what is really necessary. And Aussie had to pay the price. My vet took him in immediately, because when I found Aussie, I told the guy, listen, my vet is waiting for this tiger now, and you're taking him to him. I'm going to pay for it, and I'm getting my vet to do it, and I'm keeping him afterwards. But you bring him to the vet. Then the guy didn't want to, and I said, okay, well, I'm bringing all the authorities that came to my house the other day. I'm letting them all know to come to yours and inspect him there on your premises. Then he quickly changed his mind and he said, okay, no, I'll bring him. And I told him, you've got 15 minutes. And he showed up. The doctor came to the truck. We didn't offload him because he had broken bones. And doctor sedated him. We carried him in and started to take x-rays and found at least 10 broken bones in him. So he was weighing about 25 kilograms, and I carried him around, and we couldn't really do any operation on him. It was just too bad. He could just lay down and eat and do his business and whatever he needed to do while he was sleeping and eating and just laying down. And eventually one day, Aussie just stood up and he took some very weak little walks with his back feet. I'll never forget it. But I was so happy when he did that. But the damage was done. His legs were short. They started growing sideways. You'll see his feet was pointing outwards. He just had a case of really stupid people. That was the whole thing. So he lived 2 years with me, but since none of his skeletal bones were perfect, I guess his gut just wasn't capable of living in such a skeleton, and he got some intestines that would turn, and then he had stomach problems, and then he would come right, and we weren't sure what that was, and that's what he passed away of. Internal intestines that just knotted, you can almost say knotted, and then it cuts off the blood supply, it ruptures, and infection is so big that he passes away. But I gave him 2 years that I could let him just be happy as can be, but it was a hard 2 years. It was very difficult. I had to really put up with a lot, and he scratched me so many times and he bit me so many times, because now he can't walk, but he's still a tiger. And I remember the most painful one I had was on this finger. He ripped this finger open with his claw. This finger was twice the size it is now. Hey, no. You're not standing up there. Did he just pull the cat out of that situation? That was very good. Yeah. Now I've had a lot of things that happened. Yeah, a lot of things happened. Now they are tired now. They're gonna just take a nice long nap now until it's sleeping time. Which one? Lord, this finger. This, well, it was Aussie. He's passed away, but I believe he's back in the form of Diego, because he's got his personality exactly. And guys, I've known tigers now for a long time, they do have completely different personalities. But Diego has got exactly the personality Aussie has. And Diego learned to run like a bunny with his back legs because they were broken. And Diego still runs like that today. So there's a lot of things that tells me that I believe that Aussie is back and he is Diego. I just believe that. I've got the experience to know how sensitive their personalities are. And I can see that because I got to know them both very well. And the day Ozzy passed away, I saw Enzo for the first time walking over to that tree. And he hugged that tree. And he's never done that ever before. But that day he did it. And I said, what? That's what Ozzy does. Enzo's never done that before. And I watched him, and he was walking around this enclosure like it's his first time, looking at everything. And an hour later, Enzo was back in that body. I saw it. I watched it. I pay attention to these things. I saw it with my own eyes. I won't lie to myself about that. And then Ozzy was gone. And when Diego came along, guess who came back? And when I checked his name, and I saw that the name Diego means the one who replaces. So, yeah, I'm happy with the story. I'm happy to leave it right there. We've got a peacock over there. He's going to do the jump. Jump, 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 jump. Don't know if he's going to do it. Let's see if he's going to do it. With those thin legs. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. Come on, do it. Nah, it's not going to do it. He's going to walk around and do nothing. Well, guys, it's getting dark here. Thank you for watching the live. It's always nice to just visit a little bit. Thanks for the donations and all the stuff, guys. I will be seeing you guys on Wednesday again. And I'll put out some videos. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, Melissa. If Michael had Aussie from day one, Aussie would still be in his body. Absolutely. Absolutely. You must fix the garage. Yeah, well, I'm so happy to see you and your Enzo still safely inside. Yeah, no, this is amazing, Enzo. He's my boy. But Diego as well. We've got a very good relationship. Take care. Good of yourself. See you later. Goodbye, Michael. Alright, thank you, Crazy Beautiful Cats. See you all Wednesday. Alright, guys. Have a great one. Take care. I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye.